Hello, everybody. My name is Sycra Yasin, not whatever you people. Some people think it's something else, but it's not. It's Sycra Yasin, and I am joined today with Bobmeatbag, who is the one who is doing the drawings.
Indeed.
Sorry, I interrupted your Hey Meatbags. This is Bob.
That's my thing, man. You should know that by now.
I know. Okay. I'm not interviewed. Jesus. I'm with Bob Meatbag.
Hey, Meatbags. This is Bob Meatbag. There. Got it out of the way.
Okay. And today we are doing a sudden stream. And Bob's going to be drawing your suggestions. And we have a few suggestions already. We actually have tons of suggestions. And what do you feel like drawing, Bob? Do you feel like drawing a group of Christmas trees opening kids' stomachs to get presents? Do you feel like drawing an anaconda eating Nicki Minaj?
I feel like drawing the Christmas tree. Opening up kids.
Okay. So you do your Christmas tree, opening up kids' presents. And I'll be taking questions from the chat people and trying to answer them. And I'm sorry about the echo. If there's still an echo, I really hope there isn't. But if there is, I apologize. I'm in Europe, and in Romania, so there's echoes everywhere here. Like when people talk, there's just echoes. I think it's because of the emptiness people feel inside that the sound just resonates over and over again and creates an echo.
Such is the way of Europe.
And Bob is in Vancouver, and that's why we're streaming at a bit of a weird time, because we're trying to find a time that would be acceptable to both of us. But Bob, he don't wake up like normal people. He don't use normal people time. Oh, sorry. Anyway, okay. Let me use questions from chat people. There's no echo. This is good. Apparently, there's no echo. Okay. So what were we gonna talk about?
Let's see. There's some stuff about anatomy. Finding the bean in anatomy, not forcing it.
Beans. We're going to talk about anatomy. We're going to talk about beans. Oh, but first we got a question from Kazami Keitaro. Do you need to practice drawing in thumbnails or not? Is it important? Yeah, it's real important. Yes, it's very important to do thumbnails because thumbnails... Okay, here's why thumbnails are good. One, they're small enough that you get the big picture. And two, they're small enough that they're quick to do. So it doesn't take a lot of effort. You're not drawing an entire page of stuff, which is why it helps to draw as small as possible. It's all about getting the ideas down as quick as possible, and that also lets you do variations. So like, oh, what if I have a character here? Oh, what if I move them a little bit here? What does that look like? What does, and so that's why they're important. It trains you to see the image as a whole and to do that, because a lot of times people will start and they start with a big piece of paper and they start drawing a detail thing, like an eye or something, and then they draw the nose and they draw a mouth. And I would say there's nothing wrong with starting with detail so long as you can imagine the big picture. But usually in the beginning, it's difficult to imagine the big picture, and what you do imagine is you have a scene in your head, and then you start doing the detail, and then so you'll start with the eye, and then you'll get the nose, and then your head is like a certain size, but it's not it's like you're not in control of how big you wanted that head, and then when you get to the body, you realize, oh, there's no room for the hands, so your hands are cut off the page, and some people avoid drawing hands. or different parts don't fit in the page. So with a thumbnail, it's like, here, this is the page, this is what it's going to look like, and then from there you're making it bigger, bigger or smaller. Okay, Link with a cup of coffee says, Bob Senpai, will you please be my dad?
Oh. Are you sure that's a good idea?
I think it's a terrible idea. I think this person has a death wish, and I don't know. It's not, you don't want Bob as your dad.
I can be your daddy if you like, but well, we don't have to get into it.
Gary Lee asks, "You are in Romania, that is right. Dude, watch out, you might go home without a kidney if you go home at all." You know, I heard stereotypes about Romania, and I looked on Google Images before traveling to Romania about what Romania is like, and they had pictures of horses at McDonald's drive-through windows, and they said, "Meanwhile in Romania." And they had, you know, cars being pulled by horses, donkeys, and really big women pulling carts of vegetables, and, you know, all sorts of things. Dirty streets, buildings that looked like they were falling apart. And there's a lot of artists, really good artists in Romania. And so I was talking to one of them, Marius. You may know him from streams and interviews and stuff. Marius Bota. And he assured me, there's no horses. There's no horses pulling carts. This is a Western stereotype. So I came to Bucharest, and, wouldn't you know it, the buildings look kind of shabby. There's Baroque, beautiful architecture. So don't get me wrong, there's beautiful architecture. Maintained so poorly. Are you kidding me? Like, they have wonderful architecture, and they let it just... No. Okay. So no. So I didn't see any horses. So, right, Marius, you're right. Then I went to the countryside, and I saw horses, and donkeys at the side of the street. And there was like a gas station, and it's at the side of like a road, and it's just like a tank, the big propane tanks on its side, and I see a guy pull up in a horse. He's in a cart, and he pulls up in a horse to the gas station. And there's an episode in Family Guy where Peter takes his horse to the gas station and puts the pump in the horse's gas tank. And then, so I'm thinking, is this going to happen before my eyes? But no, obviously not. He pulled out a propane tank and filled his propane tank and put it on his cart, and he went away back on his horse. So, some stereotypes are false in the world, and others have a reason for being there. I would say most have a reason, but there are always exceptions to the rule. So don't be prejudiced, I guess. Romania has a lot of nice things. There was a big pause, see? So in that big pause I left, use your imagination. Try and figure out what that means. Okay, moving on.
Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Oh, jeez.
Okay, Bob is the dad of everyone. Sycra, when will you confess your love for Bob? I really love Bob's artwork. I think it's very good. And he also is a... I was gonna say you're a good friend.
Well, moral of the truth to that.
You're a good friend in many ways. Romania is a good country in many ways. Okay, little Kirsch kid. I'm being such a douchebag. I am so sorry. I apologize to all Romanians. I really like your bread and smintana and finetti, etc. Okay, Bro Ho Joho or Brojo Jojo or I never know when the J's are hoes or I mean the J's are H's or Joes. Anyway, how do you translate a 3/4 view of a head into a profile straight-on view while keeping likeness? Well, the 3/4 view should tell you the most information, and I don't know. I feel like if you are having trouble with this, you haven't been drawing enough, because when you draw enough, usually you can do this. Your brain develops a sense of form, but it's a lot about maintaining likeness. And what I would do is I would draw. I'm gonna say like a perspective box and then lines on the box and then translate those lines, but I don't know. Draw more. Don't worry. Yeah, sorry, I'm not being helpful. Okay, and Bob, if you have any ideas, feel free to add them also.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay, Gavoian asks, are you guys in the same room or on Skype? We are on a Google Hangout, and we are not in the same room. Little Kirsch Kid says, I hate my style and the level I'm at, and I would like to start all new. But it's kind of hard to start things new if you've done some things and drawings before. Is there a tip you guys can give me? Well, I did this a couple of years ago where I just take everything I have and put it to the side and start pretty new. And I think it's just a case of going back to the basics. So I was drawing, proportions again. Like I was learning proportions as if I had done it when I was just starting out. And everything goes faster because you have experience, but I think, well, for me anyway, it was going back to basics. And Bob, you had a bit of an experience with this where you were doing your style thing in your sketches for the meat bag. There's a video I just was it the last one or no, the one before the last one, I think. Sketches for the meat bag from anyway.
Yeah.
And then it shows all of Bob's process. So if you haven't seen that and you're curious, and if you don't know Bob Meatbag, let me introduce Bob Meatbag. So yeah, he's Bob Meatbag. But he has a YouTube channel, which I forgot to put in the description, but I will put it in the description for all the people who are watching this after. It will be there, and if it's not, it means I forgot, and then I will put it as soon as I remember. But anyway, he's Bob Meatbag, and he draws really cool things, but they're a bit disturbing, which is why your discretion. But anyway, what style? And you did this too, where you were talk about how your animation thing and then losing the bean and getting back the bean.
Oh yeah, well, basically when I was in VFS,
which is Vancouver Film School.
Yes, Vancouver Film School. I developed.
And you were studying classical animation.
Yes, thank you, dear.
No, I'm giving context. Jesus.
Anyways, I found out that there was this shape I was consistently using, and it was a bean shape, and it was very appealing, and I used it a lot during animation. Now, when I left animation school, I started trying to go towards more of realistic painting and rendering types of stuff, and eventually I lost that shape, and It took a while, but once when I started going back towards like my animation roots and stuff like that, I was able to find out it's like, okay, you just need a reminder of what the shape is, and then you can get it back. And it's very basic. Using shapes is not like anything that's like a style or anything. It's just no, you're using basic shapes, so it's very fundamental, and it's something that you can get back and you can use.
So, yeah. Okay. Now then. Okay, Tori R asks, how can you get accurate anatomy without making it too stiff? Okay, so the first thing you want to do is learn your proportions, and that might look stiff. And I have videos on proportions. Other people have videos on proportions. Jetty Jet has good videos on proportions. I think Proco probably has videos on proportions. Anyway, so you learn that, and yeah, it's kind of stiff. But then what you want to do, or what helped me anyway, is make the arms, and instead of thinking it as shoulder to elbow, and then that connects with the line, and then elbow to hand, and that connects with the line, and the hip bone to the knee, and that connects with the line, then the knee to the ankle, and that connects with the line. Those are creating the stiffness because it's like straight line, connection, straight line. Instead, think of it like a noodle, like a long spaghetti, a spaghetti noodly thing, where it starts at the elbow and goes straight to the hand, and it's like a fluid, flowy line. It starts at the hip and it goes to the ankle. It's one fluid line, and then in between, like in the middle of that line, you put the connection for the knee or whatever it is, or the elbow, and then you flesh that out. Of course, this means that you're using this, I want to say properly, but I mean, like, of course you wouldn't create like a wiggly spaghetti line that goes all over the place and doesn't make any sense. It's still got to have Howe's basic anatomy, but I view it like a curve. When I do the spine, try not to make it a straight up and down line. Find the curve in it. And then all these curves, when you build on curves, things naturally don't look stiff. When you build off stiff, straight lines, things can look stiff. And I also found like a good... This is why I created the lightning bolt, because when you use the lightning bolt, in the lightning bolt technique, and for those who don't know, I think if you just search in YouTube lightning bolt technique, you'll find my videos on that technique, and it automatically stops you from being too stiff. Okay, how many drawings or paintings should you do in a day? Well, this question of should, that, I don't know. I don't believe in shoulds. I think it depends on each person, and it also depends on what kind of... Like, you want to do as much as possible. It depends on what kind of drawings you want to do as well. With paintings, again, if you're a painter, I would do small thumbnails, but I would do many of them. If you're drawing, I would do smaller drawings, and not detailed drawings, in the beginning anyway, but do many, many drawings of the same thing. So if you're drawing a head, don't just draw one head and be like, I drew a head today, yay, I'm done. Do 20 heads on one page, and that will get you experience. So that seems daunting, but what you start by doing is most people can draw like the basic beginning of a head shape, whether that's like an oval or it's a circle with a line and then like almost like a V shape to get the jaw. Do 20 of those before you put the features, before you put any additional information. 20 of those on one page, and then start filling them in. And what you realize is when you've done that, it'll be this thing of you don't want to see the unfinished ones, so you're more likely to finish them. Whereas if you start with just one head, and then the second head, and then the third head, what you tend to do is you spend more time on each head, and you put in more detail than is necessary, and anyway. And then you'll either run out of space before you've got 20 heads, or you run out of steam. You just don't have the energy, and you maybe have done like 6 heads, and it's like, oh, I'm already in 3 hours. It's hard. But I find when you have that in sight, you put your 20 down first, and same for for anything else you want to study, you're more likely to finish it. And, yeah. Okay, Ahmed Amer says, can you get better by just drawing and not using any books, tutorials, and such? Yep, of course. Just draw a lot and you will get better. And again, this thing about doing multiple versions, it's the fastest way to get better. From what I've seen, small drawings, and Bob was doing this too in his sketches from the meatbag thing, you do smaller drawings and you do more of them and you do the same pose over and over and over again. And each time you're refining it, you're improving it.
Yeah,
it's a lot of the same thing.
Repetition is key.
Yeah, you will get fast. I mean, you'll get good fast, and you'll get fast, but it's so much better than spending a day rendering. And this is something, because I'm still working on developing my style. I'm getting much better, and I'm really excited to show you the progress, but it's still going to be a while. Like, I think May 2015, I'll do another video on my sketchbook or my year, because I did a video called A Year of Studies, and then I'm going to do another one called Another Year of Studies, but that's going to be after a year, of course. So there's still time until then, but man. I'm doing these small sketches over and over again, and it's really helping. That's why I'm not saying stuff that is just like, oh, you should try this. It's like, no, I'm doing this, and it's having good results. So I'm trying to give, like, this is what works. I started practicing rendering a bit, because I'm using pen on paper, so it's more just like cross-hatching, and it slows me down so much because I'm think about how many lines are in a cross-hatched area. Even if you're fast, it takes a little while. So I started avoiding rendering too much just because you can get more done when you just spend that line economy on more drawings than rendering. Okay. How's your drawing coming along, Bob?
Oh, you can see it for yourself.
You almost done?
Almost.
Okay.
Just a little bit more.
Let me know when you want me to start reading more of the suggestions.
No problem.
Jovivovian says, or Merc You Later says, I keep getting Cynics and Sycra mixed up. And then Jovivovian says, Cynics is basically a lot worse than Sycra. Yes. Yes, maybe. Yes, maybe. No, he isn't. Ah! Nah. Nah. Okay. Leela Columbus says, Bob, can you talk more about Jacques?
Jacques? I don't know. There's really not much more to talk about him, but like I said before,
he's a detective.
Yeah, he's a detective.
He's lazy.
He smokes. What else? And apparently he poops himself or something to get out of fights.
No. So he has this attitude of like utter laziness and disregard of, I don't know what, but he still cares for his life, but he has this very disinterested way of doing things. So, like, he travel, like, the whole thing takes place in this weird time thing, and then he'll walk down alleys, and then he'll be accosted by hooligans, and instead of fighting, he just pisses himself. But complete deadpan, like he's not trembling or anything, and he just looks at them. Are you gonna hit me?
You're gonna fight.
You can't fight me, I'm already dead. as the pee dribbles down his shoes.
And then the smell of piss goes into the hooligans' noses.
Yeah. Anyway, uh, okay, sorry. Some LARP lightning bolt. Okay, Mohammed Ghazali. How do I change my anime-ish style to realistic drawing because it's kind of hard for me to change it? Well, look at life, look at reference. Consciously do things. Okay, there's an easy way to get out of drawing eyes too big or eyes too small, for instance, and you just, if you're drawing eyes too big, draw them way smaller than you think they could be, like way too small, and see how it looks. And then the same thing, if you're drawing eyes too small, draw them bigger than you think they should be. And what usually happens is you draw them really small and realize, like, that actually looks okay. It's not as severe as I thought, and then you make it a bit bigger. So it's this constant thing of you want to go, let's say you're on the right and you want to go to the left. You go further left than you think you should, and you're usually pretty close to the mark where you should be, and then you just go a little bit right to the right spot. And this is also when you want to push a pose, when you want to take someone's action and just push it. So take the line of action and stretch it. What you do is you push it beyond where you think is comfortable. You push it until the figure is broken, until the pose is no longer working, and then you just dial it back until the last point where it was working, instead of making small baby steps towards the end, because that just takes way too long. So for instance, if you had big eyes and you just like, a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller, it's like you will get better, but you'll take longer, and rather than just going like way too small and then a bit bigger until it looks right. Okay, Sir Beowulf says, when will you have more streams with Shalesk? I like her accent. I like her accent too. I don't know. She's always welcome. Let's see. Question for the viewers? No. So Sycra is my mom. What? Okay. Nick Thanatos says, I don't know if this has been asked before or not, but how many hours a day do you practice drawing? I don't know. How many hours do you practice, Bob?
I don't know. I don't really keep count. I just try to draw as much as I can.
Yeah, I think for me too. Instructabot says, this drawing is creepy. How do you think like that? Wonder what your dreams are like.
My dreams are pretty normal.
Gabriel, sorry. Anyway, why does Bob always use that reddish brush?
It looks good on the paper texture.
Yep. This is also true for if you're doing traditional work. If you're using like this, like tan paper, it works well to use a brownish or reddish pen, like a warm color. Think of it in terms of warms and cools. If you're using warm paper, it often looks good to have a warm pen. If you're using cool paper, so like light blue-gray or anything like that, like bluish, it's better to use a cooler color, like again, blues or blacks, things like that. I use the same thing. So anyway.
All right. Let me know the next part.
Okay, so we had Bob Draw Your Inner Self, Earthworm Kim, which is a gender bend of Earthworm Jim, a fully mammalian mermaid. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means either.
Flaming octopus jumping from a helicopter into a mansion swimming pool. Someone trying to nail Jello to a wall.
Right.
A harpy eating a mermaid. Bob draw a turd pooping a human. Uh,
Hmm. I'm just trying to think how that would work.
do you want to do that one?
I'm thinking of either that one or the gender bent earthworm Jim.
I'm curious to see what you would come up with the
Well,
Earthworm Kim.
yeah, I'm kind of curious too. Yeah, let's go with that one. Let's go with
Okay.
that one.
All right.
Let me look for some references of earthworm Jim.
All right. All right. Um, Javoian says, "Can Bob read the questions? I want to remember the time he says my name for the first time." Um, I guess Javoian just wants you to say Javoian.
Gavolian?
Gavolian.
Gavolian, Jamolian. Is that any good?
There.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir Beowulf asks, "So I have no time in life thanks to classes at university. How in the hell am I supposed to practice art when I have no time?" I don't know. I never went to university. I guess you draw during lectures, and yeah, that's what I would do. um, Question: How do I color? Well, Muhammad Guz Ali, maybe. How do I color? I made a video called "How to Choose Colors at Work," and I found that's a good starting point. And I made this video on cell shading. That it's how to cell shade. I'm sorry, I just woke up not long ago. But those should help. Um, Trickbit says, "You did an interview with Steven Silver a while ago, and he was starting a school in California. Do you know of any similar programs, ateliers taught in real life, not colleges?" I know there's What's Atelier in California, and Steven Silver's school is done, the Silver Drawing Academy. And yeah, there's ateliers. I know there's some in, I think, Sweden, and I don't know. I don't know them off the top of my head. I couldn't give you the address, but they are in existence. So I think you should be able to find them on Google. Little Kirsch Kid, Sycra, did you just read my nickname without the question? I heard you just saying my nickname. Well, that happens when you watch my videos for too long. You just start hearing me saying your name in your head. You need to seek professional help. It's imperative that you do. Because if left untreated, this will escalate. You'll start hearing me saying your real name, not just your nickname. Then you'll start hearing me say, like, people you know, like close friends and family, and they will start dying. But the thing is, you will think they're dying. They're not really dying. But you will react as if they are. It's a slippery slope, my friend. You need to seek professional help.
Anyway.
Lila Columba says, Sycra, why do you avoid swearing in your videos? So I made this decision a while back that there is me as I really am, and I swear a lot, and then there is this desire to want to teach art and teach to the most amount of people there are, like, how'd you say it? I don't know how to say it. But, have a large audience and just give my whatever, if I know anything, let enough people hear it. And I thought, well, if I start swearing a lot, that might turn off some people. Maybe there's some little kids who like to draw and they want to learn how to draw stuff. And then they hear me and I'm just like saying swear words and saying bad words and making jokes, which I do, but yeah. So I wanted to teach to as many people who want to know as possible, but it's really hard. to contain my real self, which is so, yeah. I I I I have the darkness within me, and so it comes out in like period jokes and like it seeps out, and I need to put my Easter eggs in my videos so that I maintain my sanity, because I don't know why, but I really dislike, especially in art where people take themselves too seriously. I think you can take your work seriously, but taking yourself seriously is really and so it's like I feel better knowing that there is a bit of me, because my real personality, I like kind of joke a lot, probably too much, and I say bad things a lot. Not because I mean, just because I think it's funny, or maybe it's funny. I don't know. I like making Bob laugh. Now, think about what I need to say to make Bob laugh.
We all know what makes me laugh.
That laughter isn't free. It costs angel tears.
Mm-hmm.
So Starry Chi says, can you make more videos using artist.pixellovely? It feels like doing a warm-up with you, and I get motivating. I guess. I don't know. I already, because I thought it's covered already. I don't know. I don't like making videos that I've already made. So, maybe if a lot of people really wanted to see it. Okay. Sir Beowulf says, lol, why isn't this on Sexy Sunday, Bob?
Maybe it will be. Who knows?
Okay. Daniel Hawkins asks, what is that image viewing program that Bob is using to view his referencing images? This gets asked. I got asked this question. This gets asked a lot, and it's PureRef. PureRef. It's a program, and I think it's by donation. So
you can pay for however much you want, where you don't have to pay anything at all. It's a really good program. I'd recommend it.
Yep, and it's good. Yeah, very good. And you can drag images straight from Google and drop it into the program and appear. You can scale them, you can flip them, all kinds of things. Okay. Cody Lee asks, Sycra, would you ever make more than one video per week? Maybe. I don't know if I have time. I don't know. I've been avoiding doing things that make videos too much work for me, because then it will become like work instead of... And also, it really does take me a long time to think about tutorials. Usually it's 1 or 2 weeks at least of thinking and practicing and doing stuff before I make a tutorial. It probably doesn't show, but there is a lot of thought that goes into it, so it's not easy to make certain videos and then doing them more than once a week. I almost feel like it would be one of these things of, I don't want to have to, oh, I'm going to do a Patreon and please support me so I can make more videos every week. And I am releasing Gumroad tutorials at $15 for my brushes and my PSDs, which are really not helpful. But you will think they are because you're a noob. And what? What? Tori R says, what is a good way to start introducing art videos on YouTube? I'm interested in doing that come New Year's. I don't know. I'm not very good at this. I started in 2006, which is what, like 8 years ago? Is that 8? 7?
I think so. Yeah, 8 years.
Okay. So the way I did it is there wasn't anyone doing art videos at that time, not even Mark Crilly. And so I started doing them because there was no one else doing them, and then I just built it. I didn't want to make a big channel. I wasn't intending to have a lot of viewers. I just wanted to give out my advice in case people watching wanted to get something out of it. And like, okay, ended up growing, but I was putting stuff out. So I would suggest just be consistent. Don't have this goal in mind of I want to be a famous YouTuber. I don't even think I am one. I just do stuff all the time because you want to, not because you are being forced to or anything. And after a while, you will get better at doing this. Like, talking on videos for me was really difficult. And if you were with me from the beginning, you would know that in the beginning I just had background music, and then I would write all the advice and annotations. And then I finally started talking, and I sounded like this. Well, still kind of do, so not much improvement on that front. But the improvement is in the comfort zone, and that, or the comfort of, anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you get better as time goes on, so it's important to develop that. And I realize that there are a lot of good artists, and they are very good at drawing and very good at painting, but they might be lacking in the personality thing a bit, and I think that just comes from practicing and from, developing your understanding that you are talking to an audience, right? So if you would watch the video and be bored, how could you expect your audience to watch it and be interested? I think you have to be pretty much creating videos for you that are helpful to you or would be helpful to you, and then with the idea that maybe someone else is like me and would find this helpful too. And then Dominic Pham says, what do you think about Mark Crilly Sycra? Mark Crilly can't answer that question. And then Blue Dream OG Kush says, do you recommend taking classes and going to school for art? Recommend is a hard. I don't recommend it, but I think some people could benefit from that. I personally learned more outside of school than within school, but that's just me. Lila Columbus says, Earthworm Kim is so pretty. I like how you didn't just make it a gingerbread. You made it completely different.
Such is the mind of Bobmeatbag.
I would like to see you put, you know how you're putting darker things? I would like you to see you put white as well.
Oh, okay. Let me start.
To pop out the white portions of the character.
Yeah, let me start doing that then. No, let's just go with white. See how that looks.
Okay, Jake Edits says, at what phase you guys stopped seeing your own drawings as incomplete? Something that a lot newer designers have. Stopped seeing your drawings as incomplete. I still feel they're pretty incomplete.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Same with me.
Lila Columbus asks, is it true that you're working on a graphic novel? Yeah, sort of. Like, yes, in the sense of I will eventually have a graphics novel out. Bob is working on that with me. No, in the sense of we are completely doing this on our own time, and it's not like I'm going to get this out by a year, because I've seen artists that put out products, and it tends to be a story that's okay, and the art is incredible, and I never wanted to do that. I wanted to create something that the art is good, and first, quite frankly, I'm not there yet in terms of skill. I am not good enough to start working on my graphic novel. And the other thing is the story, I want it to be really, really, really solid. Like, And so far, I've written parts that I am happy with, but it's not complete. So I don't care if it takes 2 or 3 or 4, maybe 5 or like however many years it takes, and this is a years thing. I don't care so long as I'm eventually creating something that is really, really, really good, because I am very um, invested in this project. I really care about it, and so far, from the few people who have taken a look at it, they like it too. And there's a difference between good and great, and it is big, and it means. For instance, I was working on the story for a while, and it was good, and me and Bob were working on it for months and months, and then and Bob was doing designs and stuff. And then I hit this point where the story was starting to get good, but not great. Like, the story to that point had been great, like really, really good, and then it was just getting like, oh, this is just good, this is just okay. And then I quit, or I didn't quit, but I stopped, because I realized that it took me years and years of thinking to come up with the whole great part of the story, and then I was running out of ideas. And so what I was writing was just sort of like, yeah, it's good, it flows, but it's sort of cliche, it's sort of generic. We've sort of seen this before. And so I'm taking time to think of ideas and let it work out in my head and make sure the story is really, really good. So I'm worried about me dying and then, it's going to be unfinished. Because it's really good. And anyway, that's for other people to say, I guess. I like it. I really like it. But yeah, it's going to be years. Okay, you need the next prompt?
Yep. Oh wait, there's another one.
A turd pooping a human?
Yeah, okay, let's try that one.
Okay. Can Bobmeatbag say Gavoian, I am proud of you, my son, or Javoian, I am proud of you, my son?
Gavoian, I am proud of you, my son.
But are you? If he was your son, would you be proud of someone who would ask you to say, I am proud of you?
I would tell them I could say it, but I didn't mean it.
Dinosaur with a ukulele says, could you guys please recommend some concept artists? I really love looking at concept art, but I have trouble discovering new artists. I really like Craig Mullins, and I like... I don't know. They're good concept artists, but I like them for different reasons. I would really recommend Feng Zhu's channel, his YouTube channel, because I think you would get a lot out of it, and I think you could ask him that question and you'd get better answers than me, because I just really like Craig Mullins and early Jamie Jones stuff. Oh no. I saw the screen. Cody Lee says, how do you get over the fear of putting yourself out there in terms of getting jobs? I've improved a lot, and I draw every day, but I never feel like I am good enough for professional jobs. Well, Cody, I would say that make sure you are uploading your work to a blog or DeviantArt or some place where people can see it, and make sure you are getting your name out there. And then, in my experience, people contact you. So when are you good enough? When people are contacting you for jobs. It's not, for me, it was never about looking for jobs, but I know there are people that did that, and the advice they told me was start small, like start for a smaller company and then sort of work your way up. But from my experience, I didn't really do that, so what I did is just treat your work, put it out there. When it's good enough, people will contact you, because there is this desire for businesses to have good artists, because if you create good art, you sell their product and they make more money. So that's why they want good concept artists, because then they can make artwork in games that kids will see and say, wow, that looks really cool. Let me play this game. And then they will play it. And wow, it is free to play. Wow, that is so fun. And then, oh, I need to buy extra coins. Oh, let me use my parents' credit card. And then the parents will be like, oh, where is there this bill? Who spent $1,000 on the Monkey Game Puzzle Factory RPG? What the hell? And the kid will just be like, I don't know what that game is. No, it wasn't me. But it was them. And then the dad will be like, really mad. He'll come home every day. He's really mad. The wife is like, it's just a game, honey. We'll make the money back. You don't know how hard I'm working. Get a divorce. The kid knows deep down it was his fault that the parents got a divorce. And I think this is true. Sorry, I'm like, no, I will not say that it's true for all kids. That's not true. Okay, how did this come from Cody Lee's question? Oh, no. Okay, I feel like I need to put a warning on this video. Crying. Oh, no. Should we
it might be necessary. It might be necessary.
Should we end this soon?
It might be necessary.
Oh no. Sarah Rahim says, who requested this? She said, stop drawing poop. Yeah, people are leaving, Bob. I think you should stop.
Okay, but to be fair, I'm not drawing poop anymore.
Can you crop it so it's just the person, and then no one will know what it is who comes in late?
Sure. I can do that.
You don't need to include the butthole.
Another round, or should we end it?
I don't know. See, the thing is, people keep saying, Sycra's losing his mind. Sycra, are you okay? This is more real. This is the reality. You see, the dream was real, and what you thought was real is the dream.
No.
Anyway. It's funny because people get to know me, and then if I wanna unhinge them, I just say, "Hey everyone, Sycra Yasin here, and today."
Finish it.
I don't know. Today we're gonna draw upside down people. Now I know a lot of people want to know how to draw upside down people, and who better to ask than my good buddy Bobmeatbag, who draws very good upside down people. Okay. Someone said draw Mafia, Santa Claus, and elves attacking a cookie people village. Lots of Christmas stuffs. Lots of that. What the hell, Bob? It's supposed to be a turd pooping a human, not a human pooping a turd. I think it was a turd pooping a human, and then the turd poop. I mean, a human pooping a turd, and the turd pooping a human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it just turned into a person pooping out a person.
Well, maybe the person wasn't a very good person, and some would even call him a human turd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I need to become more normalized. More normalized. Okay. Tori R asks, what, oh, wait, no, that's not a question, but when does he ever draw normal things? Lol, it's Bob. Yes, Bob does not draw normal things. If you asked Bob to draw the most normal thing, like, draw a little kid playing with a red ball, it would not end well. I assure you, it would not be normal when he was done, would be done with it. Can a vid get flagged for fecal matter? I don't know.
That is an interesting question. Can it?
Because if it does, you are watching one of these streams that will never be seen again because it will be flagged. Remember Cynics? We were on Cynics' thing. He had a stream like that.
Yeah, well, to be fair, he didn't.
I ruined it. Oh no. Remy asks, Remio0cat, Sycra, where are places I can get good critic advice on my work? I don't know anymore. Huh? You could get it on CubeBrush. That's not a joke. That's true. You can get it on CubeBrush, which is Blueflake's channel. He does critiques of like people, but you have to enter a contest. I think Sycra.net has a forum, and I hear it's pretty good. I've never been, so I don't know. I'm sorry, people who use the Sycra forums. I'm a terrible, terrible forum administrator, but I have wonderful moderators. So.
Stream crash. Stream crashing.
What?
I'm crashing the hangout. Woo!
Oh, what?
What are you guys doing in here?
We're just drawing upside down people, Cynics. Can't you see?
Yeah. This person's upside down. Nothing else.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's not.
I feel like there's part of this missing. I don't know what I'm looking at. It feels like it was cropped.
It was not. No. Cropped image? No.
No, it's completely fine.
Yeah.
Like, this is what it was meant to be.
Where would you get an idea that is so croppy?
I don't like that. It looks like there's hair coming out of something.
Well, maybe he's just like he's falling down from, I don't know. It's like he was stuck to something.
Oh.
And then now he's falling out. And...
Oh. I don't even want to know what the prompt was.
You don't want to know what the prompt was. There's a question for Bob. How long has Bob been seriously drawing, and what does he recommend for getting better?
How long have I been seriously drawing? I don't remember. More than 2 years at least. But repetition. Just keep drawing. Draw a lot. Draw a lot, and like draw every day if you can. That's all it takes. Just draw a lot.
Raccoon Deviant asks, Cynics, will you make a monthly inspiration video?
No, I'm done with the inspiration. The world is a cold and dark place. There is no inspiration
Is that what's
left in
happened?
it.
I've been talking.
No, it's not what's happened. I'm just lazy. I
Yeah.
just recorded a video actually. It's really bad.
Man, I miss the hangouts and stuff. But,
You guys want to hear what my video's about?
I do.
It's about Star Wars. Woo! I know, right? I know. Kill me.
Did you disappoint your mother as much when you were born?
Oh.
Sorry. That's.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry.
mother-
No.
She
No.
died in childbirth, so
No, she didn't
really-
die in childbirth.
it's not really funny.
Oh, Sycra, what have you walked into?
I know his mother's alive. He's talked about her as parents.
My stepmother.
Really? No, it's not.
Wow.
Is
Wow.
it?
Wow.
Are they divorced?
Oh, snap.
I'm gonna leave now.
No, Cynics, I didn't know if your mom really whatever, but I don't think she did.
Say
Like,
it. Say the words.
if your mom died in childbirth giving birth to you, then I am sorry that I made a joke that your mom thought you were very ugly when you were born.
Okay. Apology accepted.
Gary Lee's TM says Cynics is running around showing up in Hangouts in his free time.
I live a very busy schedule.
Hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So how's life in where are you? Czechoslovakia?
No, I'm in Bucharest.
Eucharist? That's not a place. I'm pretty sure that's a Jesus thing.
No, it is a place. I'm
No, that's Eucharist is a thing? I don't
no,
think so.
no. Bucharest.
Oh,
They
is
call
that
it.
next to Bukistan?
Yeah, but no, it's a place.
I'm pretty
It's-
sure you're mistaken on something.
Man.
Mm.
Well, the good thing is I don't have to be whatever because Cynics is here, so he can be whatever now.
Well, I don't have a thing with this chat, so you still have to be a whatever thing.
Do you want a link to it?
Sure. I'll talk to the chat.
Okay. Okay.
Beats doing stuff.
Yeah.
Now you can draw, right?
I draw all the time. I can draw and you can make videos.
Ooh.
Oh, he's got
Ooh.
you there.
Oh, look, now I can read the chat. Cynics, this is monthly video. Woo! He came out of his monthly hibernation. Woo!
I'm not bashing on Romania this time, it's Cynics.
I would never bash on Romanian. Romania?
Romania, you don't need to bash on
Oh,
it.
okay.
The people living here already did.
Is that the place that Dr. Doom rules over? Romania?
It is the place where Dracula's from.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of like Dr. Doom.
He's from Transylvania, and that's a place here, and that's like a province.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a region. I'm being corrected.
Really? Was that what that voice was in the background?
There is no voice in the
I
background.
heard something.
No.
Oh!
No. Maybe.
Cynics, please say Motishes.
You made his day. You made his day.
He's flapping his junk so hard right now.
Ask
Isn't
Bob
that way
to-
better than like the whole fapping? I think flapping's better. Like flap your junk. I think that sounds way more gross and hilarious.
Flapping isn't that what women with like loose lips do?
Yeah, literally.
They flap their gums. Okay.
Cynics, can you tell Bob? I'm reading.
Okay,
Says
I'm
me,
sorry.
not you.
Okay.
Cynics, can you tell Bob to tell Sycra to tell Cynics to mute his mic? Wait, hold on. Shit.
That one worked in my favor.
Oh,
No.
How do I ban people from the chat? You banned. Oh my god. So how's this drawing coming?
Do we need another prompt?
I think you
Well,
need another prompt.
You know what would be interesting is if Sycra tackled the prompts that I tackled. See how he
What?
uses them.
Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you turning against me, God? Why have you forsaken me?
I agree.
Because we got somebody else on the chat now.
Everyone in the chat, cheer for if you want Sycra to draw stuff.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
Uh-huh. Nobody wants me to draw stuff. Here's the... This is like the Nightcrawler incident. Nobody knows that there was no Nightcrawler incident.
The Nightcrawler incident. Yeah, I'm here to ruin your stream. How's it feel?
It feels pretty good. Pretty
Oh,
good.
okay.
It doesn't matter. We already ruined it. Bob's probably going to get this video taken off YouTube because of his
Oh, is that an
scatterlog.
anus?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm looking at, so I'll just assume it's an anus.
Whatever you assume, it's probably right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Bob should draw Mecha Santa Claus destroying a cute Christmas village. Everything is Christmassy. If you want to. If you want to.
Well, 'tis the season, as they say in Romania.
They don't say 'tis the season. They say, like, nu. And, what else do they say? Gigi? They don't say Gigi. That's Chinese.
They say, "Give me your wallet, Canadian boy."
No, they say tsitsa.
Tsitsa?
Yeah, tsitsa. Okay.
Can Bob draw Cynic's depressing Christmas experience?
Yeah, do that.
Draw the one time I asked for a really expensive thing as a kid and I didn't get it.
Okay.
Can we live in a real house? No.
Let's see. Let's try to draw Cynic's not getting what he wanted.
I don't like where this is going already. You haven't even started. You're just zooming in and out, and I'm already feeling a little uncomfortable.
I don't think you want to know what I have in mind.
I don't think anyone wants to know what you have in mind.
Yeah.
He has a large phone.
Except the state.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure the state is the only people that want to know what you have in mind.
I think it hasn't been announced. Can I announce it, Bob?
Announce what?
That you're gonna be at the...
Oh.
No?
Go ahead, fine, go ahead.
No, I won't.
And he's
announce
gonna
it.
be
But
where?
Shh.
At the Ontario State Penitentiary?
He's in Vancouver. Why would he be at the Ontario Penitentiary?
I
And
don't
it's not
know
like
what
Ontario.
Canada is or how it works.
It wouldn't be the state penitentiary. It would be provincial. We don't have
Do I
state.
look like a Canuck to you?
Obviously not, because you confuse province with state.
Whatever.
Good one, Bob. You really nailed him. Okay. Question for Sycra. How basic is your Pencil Kings Photoshop series? I already know how to use Photoshop, but I've never painted in it. Well, that's... Okay, I'm going to be honest. It starts really, really basic for a complete beginner, and it ends very complicated. You will...
Is your cash grab worth buying?
I don't get money from it. I'm
What?
just saying it's good. It is
Oh.
good. Yes. I would recommend
You don't get
it.
money from it?
I
find
when
that
I-
hard to believe.
When I make videos, I have this weird thing that most people on YouTube don't have. It's called integrity.
So where can
if
I sign
I-
up for your Patreon?
We already talked about this.
You did? I missed
Kinda.
out on all the good stuff.
Isn't it amazing how many people are like doing Patreon?
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Please support me so I can draw my picture. Oh, I don't know what the accent is. Nothing
That
personal.
wow, that was a very offensive accent. Who was that supposed to be?
It is. We talk like this in Romania. It's very Romania accent. Draw Santa Claus being fired into space with fireworks in his butt. We're still drawing Cynic's not getting his present, right?
Are we?
Are we?
'Cause I'm not sure which one of these is me. I kind of look like the guy on the left.
I don't know. After like what
we
Cynic said.
were talking about you, Cynic's. Bob posted a picture and he said it looks like you.
Oh. Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Great.
Let's bring it up, should we bring it up?
Have you seen Black Desert online?
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's a really cool Korean MMORPG.
Wow, that
You
is
should-
great.
Okay, that's random, but you should search it up on your own time, Cynics, because I barely ever get time to talk to you.
Okay. Well, no, but okay.
No, but you really should. Like, look at the character creator.
Okay, I won't. I won't, but okay.
It's pretty stunning. Anyway.
Okay, I said I won't. What more do you want?
Okay, Javoian says or asks, does heaven exist? Where do I go when I die? What's the purpose of life? I think Cynics, you would be the best to answer this.
Nowhere, dirt, nothing. Next question.
Well, you're the one who's. Wait, why is someone saying Black Desert is shit? But the character creator! Like, just the character creator, man. Plays bad, but it looks good. Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. I don't care about just the character creator. That's all I'm talking about. Like, if the whole game was the character creator.
Wow, that was exciting.
Okay, so Grod says, sorry, but Russian afternoon with fire you will not find.
What?
Huh?
Thanks, Google Translate. You're very good at translating Russian.
Oh, I was wondering why all these people are speaking in blocks.
I
Russian.
know. It's Russian, yeah.
If not here, Russian,
There's a 6 in there somewhere.
Yeah, it ends in a 6.
Cyrillic. Okay. How demented can your mind be, man? Says Ashton Stripe to Bob. Old Beta asks a very good question. Cynics, any chance that we should get an update on your Vic Viper Design Lab video?
I kind of forgot about that.
What is this for people who don't know? What is Vic Viper?
That's a thing. No.
Cynics was supposed
Are you
to do
actually
this.
asking what Vic Viper is?
I'm asking what your Design Lab thing is.
Oh, well, Design Lab's the thing where I do things and do videos. And I was supposed to do a video like 8 months ago.
Yeah,
But I
something
didn't.
like that. Yep. And you had a lot of really good submissions.
Did I?
You did, probably. Oh, or did you tell me
I
you were
don't know.
disappointed in all of them?
I'm always disappointed in everyone that submits to my Design Labs. You hear
good.
that? You're
It's
all
good.
disappointments.
It's good. It's good. They'll know. They'll know now. Today is it's
You've
we get to.
disappointed me more than you've disappointed most of your parents by telling them you want to be an artist.
Well, there you go. Truth came out.
First, you disappointed them by telling them you wanted to draw for a living, and then you disappointed an artist by showing them what you drew for a living.
Oh,
It's a
stab.
giant, horrible mess you've made of your lives.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised.
Let's see.
Were you fapping, Bob?
What?
Were you flapping your junk?
I think that sound came from you, Sycra.
No, it didn't, because if it came, it would be much louder. See.
It's because his balls are so big.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to put some kind of age restriction on this video, unfortunately, but those who are here know why.
I don't know why.
Tori, how long have you worked on your graphic novel thus far? I started in 2010, so since then, I guess. Okay, each of Raimi wants to know each of you name your favorite game based on environmental design. I don't even know what that is.
Jet Set Radio. Bam! Nailed it.
Jet Set Radio? Okay.
Well, that's my favorite game for environmental disaster. Yeah, whatever. It's pretty good. It's just Japan.
It is, and there's a New York level as well that they put in just for the North Americans and
I
Europeans.
just think it's a cool place.
And
It's a cool place to
yeah, so we've got 15 minutes left, but
Oh,
you
thank
know,
God. No, wait, why do I care? I don't care.
you revealed that you care. Please draw a clock that is controlled by man as a puppeteer. Asked Rada.
So,
Miss Funi
oh,
says, do you do requests? Because that'd be cool. Well, yeah, we do.
Mhm.
Man, it's getting too negative. I should jet it up.
yeah, where's Jet?
Hey guys, welcome to the Jetty Jet Show. I'm Jet,
It's
and
not what he sounds like at all.
what does he
You have
sound
to
like?
do that same tone, but you have to whisper it, kind of. It has to
Hey
be like,
Jet.
oh,
Hey
wait,
guys,
hold,
I'm Jetty Jet Show.
whisper,
Come out,
whisper.
yeah. I mean, I can't talk loud because my bro gonna beat me. Uh, anyway. Are there any more questions? Cynics, you're supposed to be paying attention to the chat.
I know, but then I wasn't.
Were you searching up what Black Desert is?
No, I wasn't doing anything. I was staring into the void.
Mhm.
Actually, I was
Um,
watching Bob. I was watching him make faces.
uh, yeah. Ashton says, hey from
Oh, I like
Malaysia.
that one. Look at those teeth. They're so wide. They're so
Mhm.
wide. His face is so wide.
So wide.
Okay. This is a class comedy. This is
Oh,
a class
you mean because we
comedy.
have rich people here and then poor people?
Oh,
That kind of
snap!
class comedy.
I don't.
You're poor. You're poor, Sycra.
Hey, Sycra, I mean, God,
Yeah,
that's me. Cynics.
that's me.
Did I tell you about my Romanian airport story?
No. Have you told the chat? Because I think we would all like to hear it.
So, first of all, I hate Heathrow Airport, and whatever. I got so many pulled over for security things, and all my bags got checked in the
Okay.
slow way, and they were rude about it. But anyway, so there's that, and then
Wait. Why? Okay. Never mind.
You
wait.
know what?
If I say this story, is this going to be bad for the person who? Oh, yeah, maybe. Okay, never mind. I don't think I
Before
can
you
tell.
say the, can the
Yeah,
name of the airport in Romania be Heathcliff Airport? Because I would like to pretend that they would name an airport after Heathcliff the cat.
they named their airport Otopeni. No,
Oh,
wait, it's called Otopeni.
okay.
Uh,
So go on.
well, I'll tell you the details after, but the point is the police came and stopped our plane and arrested some dude. Uh,
Welcome to Romania, home of world's biggest mouth.
great.
Oh, definitely
Remember that?
disclaimer.
I was smuggling muff out of Romania, and I got caught by the cops.
Oh.
Mm. Mm.
Sir Beowulf asks, "Oh, hey, would you?" No, but I answered this.
Oh, hey, Sycra, would recommend someone getting started on YouTube channel about art. Start one for what? Don't know where to start. How do you not know where to start? I don't think you know why you want to make a channel if you don't know where to start. The reason I started mine was because I had a lot to say. Like, I wanted to say certain things. I had stuff to say. If you don't like have a voice or like have something important to say, then maybe you don't need a channel.
I didn't get arrested on the plane. What the hell? No, someone got arrested on the plane. Doesn't mean me. It means somebody. All I will say is one additional piece of information is that he was reading a Quran.
Oh,
You can
that's
figure out the
racist.
rest. It's not. It's true. That is true. But he was Romanian. That is also true. Draw Kim Kardashian's personality. I don't. Um, yes, Sir Beowulf. I answered this. Do you have? Oh, Cynics. Do you have any interesting video games to recommend?
Yes, I would like to recommend. Hold on. See, I haven't actually played any video games in a long time.
Me neither.
Yeah, yeah, man. F it. I don't have any. Never mind. Screw video games.
Um.
I'll do more monthly inspirations starting next month or February. One of those.
You need to do the January one because it's the next year. Like surely.
I know, it feels like I feel clearly you should start the year off with some inspiration. You're all gonna be making your New Year's resolutions, talking about how this year will be different, and you're not just gonna slack
I'm
off
gonna
and play
lose
video
30
games all year.
pounds. I'm gonna get it.
You're like, I'm gonna be a serious artist, and I'm gonna get good at painting, blah blah blah, and then you're just gonna not do it, and you're gonna go back to playing World of Warcraft. So whatever. I'll give you some inspiration though. Not that you'll care.
Is it Black Desert, the character creator?
It is. That's my inspiration. Ooh, it's gonna be so great.
You should. Really. Anyway. Okay. Sai, can you drum me a kitty, please? I think that's for you, Cynics, because
What? Psy? You're Psy.
I'm not Sai.
You're definitely Psy. I'm pretty
Why-
sure that's the shortened version of Sycra. There's no Cynics.
So, Cynics, are you just like Cynics?
Cynics?
Like Cynics.
I understand what you're saying. It was just an
Oh,
pleasant
I
coincidence.
remember. It was Black Sun X. Never mind.
That is true.
We talked about this.
We did talk about it. You guys want to know what game I was playing when I came up with the name Cynics? It was called Infantry, and it was pretty good. And it was an online game, and you had it on the PC. It was like a top-down little thing where you moved your guy around and you shot a little gun like pew 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 pew. And it was pretty good. And in fact, I was playing that game when 9/11 happened. Never forget. And the first time I heard about 9/11 was someone said, "Oh my God, someone accidentally hit a plane into the World Trade Center." And I was like, "What? No way." And that was on the game Infantry. And then the next day, we all put little American flags next to our names because you can have your own little flag next to your name. It was very patriotic.
In Infantry?
Yes.
Oh.
That's the story of 9/11.
My story of 9/11 is my sister woke me up and said...
I'm sorry, go on.
So, Cynics, are you taking part in these riots in your country?
No, but I'm showing solidarity by not saluting. No, I don't know. I'm showing solidarity by
you're
being
being a riot on the street.
by frowning at every cop I see.
Okay. Should I keep drawing if I'm bored by 64 Marquee?
What was the question? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Okay, 64 Marquee says, should I keep drawing if I'm bored by it?
No. Why would you do something that's boring? Life is short, man. Gotta find some passion.
Life is short, especially for short people.
Ooh. Yo, you would know all about that, wouldn't you, son?
No.
Yeah, you would. You
Oh
know about
shit.
it. Yeah. So, would you say since you moved to Romania, your life got a lot shorter?
I would say, yeah.
Ooh, more ways than one.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, this stream's ending in 5 minutes anyway, so this is.
Okay.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
you
you
better
guys
wrap
use-
it up.
Yeah, no.
You don't want no short babies.
Okay. Ashton Strive says, do you guys use comic markers for traditional art? Well, Ashton, yesterday I got my first comic marker, and I've never had one before. I only had to use touch markers, which are just like the sadder, I had a touch mark. But I haven't used it yet, so I'm expecting it to just be amazing. I'll touch the pen to the page, and rainbows will appear out of the tip, and I'll be like, God damn it, this is a wrong color. Lila Kirschkid has a real question. How do you deal with the problem then you want to draw and learn, but you start with some lines and it's already the SH word to you?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Let's watch our language first of all, little Kirsch kid. I don't know, man. What are you drawing? What are you drawing that looks so bad after a couple lines? I think it's good if you can identify that something sucks, because that means that your eyes are better than whatever, than your ability. At least you can improve on it if you can recognize. You know?
Yeah, that's always.
Observation. That's what it being an artist is, man. It's like being able to see when something's bad, man.
India Forever, misspelled Forever, says Sycra is from India. No, Sycra is not. Sycra is from England. Yeah. Trunk says he's in Romania
Finland.
because of Alex Negrea. Maybe. I'll never tell.
Oh, okay. So Sycra is not just on vacation, he moved to Romania. That is correct, Kent Reed. He is a permanent Romanian now.
Yeah, well.
How does it feel?
It feels like...
Romania.
You're living in a world of regret, aren't you?
You know when you put your thing in Kashkaval cheese and it's all melty? And
That's a horrible thing to say about her.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh shit.
I'm wearing headphones, so she can't hear anything you can say, only what I say.
Oh, that's good. As long as we talk high, she can't hear the sound waves.
Sycra speak Romania, please. Okay. Okay, so Romania. Unu, doi, trei, patru, cinci, șase, șase, șapte, noi,
Oh my god.
noi? Noah.
Are you counting?
Noah. 10. 10? Huh? Bradley? Oh, Noah Bradley! Jokes. Okay. This is good for eating up time.
What, counting in Romanian?
Someone said he moved to Romania because from one commission you can buy a mansion there with slaves and luxury cars.
Sadly, that's true. That is true.
Think of all the slave girls he bought.
I know. Sycra is living high on the hog right now in Romania with his YouTube dollars rolling in.
Sky Girl says, how can you measure where you're up to with drawing, like how talented or experienced you are? Can you answer this seriously, Cynics?
How do you measure how I don't know. Can't you tell? Is that like a serious problem?
I don't know. Uh,
Usually, I like to look at the stuff that used to inspire me, and if it looks like shit, then I know that I'm somewhere better than that person was. Like, what
um,
does that even mean?
you know what's sad? For you people who are saying about how the chat thing, the sad thing is, and I hate this about YouTube, is once I end the stream, it will be people who are watching later can watch it, but the chat disappears. Like, all your writing is gonna disappear.
It's like it's like real life as an artist.
When you
All of the
die.
stuff you do in the chat, no one will ever see it. It'll
Oh
just be
no.
lost in your.
Um,
But see, the work that Sycra does as a YouTube star will live on forever.
Oh.
um, okay. I have
People
to.
will buy his sketchbooks, his
I have.
garbage.
It won't
Finish
be
it.
garbage. It won't be garbage. Just, I will get better. Whatever.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna take this opportunity to thank my special guest Bobmeatbag and Cynics, who showed up.
Showed up
And
uninvited.
I want to thank all the people in the chat, especially the people who stayed up extra late for this wonderful. I don't know why I'm being all serious now, as if like this past period didn't just happen. But I feel like I should be serious before the end, because you know.
As if that will dissolve all the things that happened.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's this thing of knowing that the chat's gonna disappear. So it's like it's safe, it's safe, it's safe. No one will know the horrible things that were written.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
But to the people who did join me in the chat, thank you, and for all of you who are watching at a later date, thanks for watching.